I forgot that was on. Football Reporters, Week 13. This one, we actually are back from my hiatus.
Hiatus, yeah. A little Thanksgiving, a little break.
Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I know I did.
I know I did. It was awesome. This is more like a Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep. Well, let's get started here. First game, the Detroit Lions, battle for first place in the NFC North, defeat the Minnesota Vikings 13-16 off a bad Sam Bradford interception.
He used to say it, Matt Stafford.
Yeah, 16-13. That's unfortunately the Vikings, who have now lost 5 of the last 6.
Pretty bad. That is not a good football team now.
I think once again the injuries have
yeah,
up to them.
Although Sam Bradford really didn't have a bad game.
No, it just had that bad interception.
That bad pick at the end of the game.
Yep.
31-37, 224 yards, no touchdowns in that one interception.
Yep.
Virtually no run game.
Nope.
No run game whatsoever. Jerick McKinnon led the pack with 9 attempts for 31 yards, but Matt Asiata got the touchdown off 5 attempts for 27 yards.
This is basically a defensive struggle.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And good to see Detroit winning again without Calvin Johnson.
It's insane.
Yeah. So they win again. They win
somehow.
Again. And they are currently in sole position of first place in the NFC North. Any injuries of note coming out of this game? Or
No.
No?
I don't think so. I know that there's one. If you're a Vikings fan,
Another injury.
Adrian Peterson
Oh, yeah, he maybe come back.
is on the mend right now. He's nearly coming back. I think they're targeting a week or 2, I think.
Yep.
Should be back very soon, and it should help your run game a lot. Even though AP did struggle at the beginning of the season, I think this time off will help him big time.
Yep.
Down the stretch.
Dallas has won 10 straight after losing the opener to the Giants, 31-26 over the Redskins. And I'll put it like this: the Redskins couldn't really get out of their own way.
Oh yeah, no, they were bad.
The onside kicks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
With 9 minutes left, that was a bad decision. Kirk Cousins, great, 449 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think there's a way to beat Dallas. Dallas, even though they won the game, they've proven to be something.
Oh yeah.
They are beatable.
Oh yeah, they're very beatable.
Mainly on their defense.
Yep.
Like, can your defense win you a game? No. I don't think so.
Their defense is very average.
I don't really say average, it's below average. Like, if your offense struggles, like per se in the playoffs, against the Seahawks, let's say this. They say the Seahawks defense, not shut down, but make them fight. Like, well, can their defense, like, bounce back, win the game? And I think they pretty much now have locked up the NFC.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be the number 1 seed with the other thing. But now Dallas is 10-1. In fact, here's a little fact for you. Out of the last 10 teams that have won 10 straight games in the regular season, only 1 have won the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
And that's the 03 Pats.
That's insane.
Yep.
Insane. That was a very,
very good game.
Good game to watch, yeah.
Yep. Zeke had 97 yards and a touchdown. Dak Prescott had, what was it? A lot of. Did he throw for another 300 yards or?
Dak?
Oh no, wait.
Only one.
I think. Yeah,
not much really production out of the number 2.
No.
And Terrence Williams. He only had 2 targets, 1 reception for 10 yards, but that 1 reception was a touchdown.
Yep. There's Brian with his just running his mouth towards Josh Norman.
I'd take Dez in that matchup any day of the week.
Twice on Sunday. Or in this case, Thursday.
I don't like Josh Norman. Too much talk.
Paid too much.
Oh, yeah. Vastly.
Here's the thing, like, you want to know the weird things? Richard Sherman can back it up because, you know why? He's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. He's the best corner in the league.
Yep. Josh Norman thinks he is. That's the problem.
Yeah. The Steelers defeat the pitiful Colts without Andrew Luck.
It's a bad football game.
I think by this time people were asleep because of all the turkey they had.
Yeah.
I know I was.
I know. I didn't even care. So.
I saw nice three catches from good Antonio Brown for 3 touchdowns. Scott Tolzien threw 2 interceptions from what I've seen. Le'Veon Bell had 120 yards. If you like Pittsburgh Steelers football, you're going to really like this football game. If you didn't, well...
That's too bad then.
Yep.
Because that's a great team.
Good news for the Colts is that Andrew Luck is probably going to come back this week.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's definitely a good sign for the Colts because they desperately need that quarterback back this week without a shadow of a doubt.
They need. I'll put it like this: it's a good thing that the Texans lost.
Oh yeah.
This week for them, so that way they're still technically in it. But good to see Pittsburgh. They got their bounce back after 4 straight losses now.
Yep.
After 4 straight losses, Sorry. Now they're on a 2-game winning streak. Sorry, I forgot to face Cleveland last week.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep, that's true, yeah.
Anyway, good to see them win.
Antonio Brown had 3 touchdowns.
Yep, and all of them he was pretty much wide open.
6 targets for AB, 5 receptions for 91 yards. Caught all but 1 target.
Yep.
It's not fair.
San Diego at Houston. The Chargers.
Aforementioned Houston Texans, as he just mentioned them.
Yeah. 3 interceptions from one Brock Osweiler. 3 touchdowns from Phillip Rivers. Tossed.
Wonderful game by Brock Osweiler.
Dontrell Inman. 106 targets, 6 receptions, 119 yards and a touchdown. Hedrick Henry, 2 catches for 20 yards and a touchdown. Terrell Williams with 8 receptions, 7 yards and a touchdown. San Diego is really good offense.
The weirdest part of this game, the face basically of that franchise was not targeted.
Well, their best receiving target was not targeted.
Antonio Gates.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers.
Basically the face of that franchise at this point.
Phillip Rivers was...
2 faces.
Yeah. 2 faces.
I was so shocked. I was like, I still won, but like...
You still won. It doesn't matter.
I didn't really need Gates to win this week, but
no.
At the same time, it was nice to get a few catches, but he wasn't targeted once. And the touchdown vote for himself, Hunter Henry, because they both of them.
You know what the good thing for the Texans is, though? They play in the NFC South.
Yep.
Sorry, AFC South.
Yep. Either way, they could win either division.
They can win the division. I'll take a look at where they current... They don't really have much of a lead anymore, though. They're only...
That's because that division's so pitiful.
They're only a half a game up on the Titans, and they're only a half game back. They're only a game back from the Colts. I read that they do have the head-to-head victory against the Colts. So that's there's something.
If the Jaguars didn't suck ass, they could probably have made this. If they had a different coach,
they're only 4 games back. If they can go on a tear. They can go on a tear for the last 6 weeks of the season. They could win all 6 games, and they could maybe win the division.
So
at 8-8.
If they had a competent head coach, they'd probably win that division with how bad it is and the talent that's on that team.
Yep. The Giants defeated the pitiful Browns. Speaking of pitiful teams, pitiful Browns. 0-12. 14 straight losses.
They're
not breaking
the last person to win a game, the last quarterback to win a game for the Cleveland Browns was none other than the fuck-up himself, Johnny Manziel. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Johnny fucking Manziel. Johnny Football.
Yeah.
Won them their last game. A guy who's not even in the league and cares way too much about partying.
Odell Beckham Jr., 96 yards, 2 scores.
He's getting back to being himself.
Yeah, he's going back to being...
There was a bit of a struggle there for a good portion of the season. But he's back to being Odell again this past number of weeks. And on the Browns side of things, I mean, a great game for Terrell Pryor. Nothing more, nothing less. He's going to get paid big this offseason, whether it's from Cleveland, because Cleveland said, even at the trade deadline, they said that they were willing to trade everyone on the team but Terrell Pryor. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to pay Terrell Pryor big bucks this offseason.
He's the MVP. Hey, if baseball can root for a last-place team to be an MVP of their league, so can football. Yeah. Terrell Pryor, MVP.
He has 62 receptions for 855 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season.
Yep. And he does a little passing, and he's also rushing.
He's the jack of all trades.
Yep.
He's a phenomenal player.
Unfortunately, he's a team that blows. Cincinnati and Baltimore. You see the end of this game? Did you see the ending of this game?
Cincinnati, Baltimore, yes. Oh my God! At the beginning, I was like, "What?" And then I'm like, now that I see, I'm like, "That's such a horseshit play."
Yeah.
It's within the rules, but that's such a disrespectful, not disrespectful. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It's more of a stupid thing that they did, you know.
Are you talking about the Ravens or are you talking about
the Ravens. Like
no, I thought what the Ravens did was smart.
I thought that it was smart, but it was cheap at the same time too.
That's something Belichick would do.
Yeah,
it totally would be something Belichick would do.
And Falcon Maz were talking about too. Like that's a cheap way to win.
It is, but
it's within the rules, but that was definitely a cheap way to win.
Taking the safety and
running the clock down.
Yeah,
there was like 2 seconds after they punted it.
Yep, after a strip sack by one. That sucks.
It was Dumerville.
Or it was Dumerville. 3 strip sacks in this game, all in the Bengals. The Bengals are now kind of out of it now.
Oh, yeah.
Marvin Lewis should really lose his job.
Marvin Lewis should lose his job, but they're too much. Like, that ownership just loves him so much. I'd say he has a maximum, I should say. He's a maximum of 2 years left. Maximum. And if he doesn't do anything within these next 2 years, he's gone. Or at least next year. I think this year is going to be the pass year because his playoff record is 0-7, but in the regular season, they've been a very good regular season team since Marvin Lewis has been there. So I think he gets the pass this season.
No, because he hasn't made the playoffs half the time he's been.
But they've had a winning record.
No,
most of the time that he's been there.
All right, I personally think he should have left. 0-7 in the playoffs. It's inexcusable. I'm sorry. 0-7, and it's like, we get to the playoffs. Woo! We haven't won anything since.
I think that also too, this team would be much, 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 much better if they just had used their fucking brains and re-signed Sanu and Jones.
Yeah.
Had they used their brains. The reason why that team was so good is because they had a 3-headed monster at the wide receiver position. And if you want to include 4-headed monster, if you want to include Tyler Eifert in that too. Yep. And their defense, it's a pretty good defense.
It's the oldest defense in the league.
It's the oldest defense in the league. That's the issue, but it's still a very good defense.
Cardinals and the Falcons. The Cardinals' offense has just been awful.
Sputtering.
Yeah.
It's like a plane getting ready to crash land.
Yeah, they can't
just spiraling.
Can't seem to get out.
Like in those comedy movies, they're just spiraling downward.
Devontae Freeman, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Gabriel, 2 touchdowns. I think because they have their defense is number 1 in the league.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fact that their offense can't score, or they turn the ball over constantly, or they tie. The only thing a person on that offense
the Cardinals have hit that brick wall.
It's a 2-man offense.
Yeah.
And
it's Fitzy and it's Carson. That's it.
No.
And
David Johnson.
Oh yeah, David Johnson. Yeah.
I don't count Carson Palmer because Carson Palmer has been terrible.
And it's like that. You can only go so far with really 1 or 2 people on the defense.
Yep. Here's what I would do. I would trade up in the draft.
I would too.
In the draft, I would try to get Deshaun Watson or someone like that.
Someone that can change your team.
Yep.
Because you're not going to win with Carson Palmer. That's proven this year.
Yep.
You know, he's not the same person he was. He's older. And same thing with Fitzy. And it's just this team that won last year was a great team last year. Basically the same team, but a year older.
By the way, do you want to know who's quietly having an MVP season? Besides Matt Ryan, who probably still is the MVP.
Julio?
No.
Who?
It's on the next game we're on to. It's Drew Brees.
Wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, I mean, like, where would the team be without Drew Brees?
Fucking where the Browns are.
Probably 1 win. Let's see here. They're currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 5 and 6. I mean, their record's not is a losing record, but Drew Brees leads the league in passing, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's not the reason why the team is losing. And
still, they could easily, not easily, but they could. If they win out, maybe they make the playoffs.
Maybe they could. I think they can.
I mean, the defense is dreadful.
Yep.
This Saints team in general has been a better Saints team than the past couple of seasons.
Yep.
No, the defense is starting to figure things out a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, they're still a bad defense, but they're not. They're better than they were in years past.
They're giving up 21 points to the Rams, the pitiful, pitiful Rams, who can't score.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns for Jared Goff. Good for him. Those were to Tavon Austin, a guy who they thought was going to be a franchise receiver.
Yeah, no.
So, kick returner.
They drafted a speedy guy because the Jets were going to draft him.
Kenny Britt.
Kenny Britt's a good player.
Lyle Kendricks. Todd Gurley, who's having a bad year. The defense, Aaron Donald's the only really... Aaron Donald...
Mark Barron, Ogletree.
Robert Quinn.
And I would say...
Todd Gurley somehow has a tackle.
Trumaine Johnson. On a... I think it was on the pick.
What?
Might have been on the interception.
Oh, yeah.
Trumaine Johnson.
Good.
The thing is, too, Trumaine Johnson, I think he was tied with interceptions last year, tied for the league. This year he has one. You know what? Janoris Jenkins.
Yep.
He's the number one corner, and Jenkins is over with the Giants.
Yep.
Makes a big difference when you're not covering the best receiver.
So should Jeff Fisher be fired?
Yes.
Should have been fired.
Without even a hesitation.
Yep.
I think he needs a few more losses, and he's the losingest coach of all time.
What?
I forget how many. I think it's like 6 losses away or whatever from being the losingest coach of all time.
What in terms of what? In terms of like all-time losses?
All-time losses.
Okay. I was like, because there's no way he's worse than Rich Kotite or Gus Bradley in terms of winning percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
All-time losingest coach. He's like up there. I think he's like. I think they say like 10, 6 or 10 wins, 6 or 10 losses to be the all-time losingest coach.
Yeah, he's always in a. Like, I think that the problem...
He's had 6 winning seasons, and he's been coaching since, like, the early 90s.
94 was his first year with the Oilers.
The Oilers were the only team besides Titans. The Rams that he coached.
/Titans. And here's the thing with the Oilers and Titans. I think the main problem they had is that they drafted Vince Young. Which, that was... Like, I don't blame him for the drafting of Vince Young.
Oh, no.
I don't blame him for...
Because he was the best player coming out of college.
Yeah. He's never really had a quarterback since Steve McNair.
Yeah.
Not really, though. Because you have to say Vince Young, Terry Collins...
He's like garbage.
Sam Bradford, who get hurt every year.
Yep.
Case Keenum.
No. Goff. Goff will rate that.
Nick Foles.
Just bad quarterbacks.
Yeah. He always has an out. I mean, he can build defenses, no problem.
Yeah.
There's no problem. Those defenses in Tennessee
and Houston were good.
Yeah.
It's just...
And then here.
And here, too. Yeah, exactly. The Rams. Good defenses, just that...
Can't draft offense.
He can't be a complete coach.
You know what he is? He's like he's like Don Coryell, except for the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, Dan Coryell can, pick out offensive talent like that. But in terms of defense, a lot of trouble.
Oh, big time.
Yep. Jacksonville and Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy had the big 75-yard run. The return of Sammy Watkins had 80 yards. That made me feel terrible. Yeah,
he's in a snap count, though. Three targets.
Yeah, but he caught all 3 of them. Ended for 80 yards. LaShawn McCoy, 2 touchdowns, and one of them was 75-yard. The Jacksonville Jaguars had a chance to win this game.
They did.
They were up, and then they blew it. Again. The Jaguars did Jaguar things.
Yep.
I don't have Jay Cutler anymore to make fun of him for that, so I got to say the Jaguars did Jaguar things, and let's blow something.
Chris Ivory got a touchdown. I think.
Hey!
Ivory and Alan Hearns both got touchdowns, but also at the same time, their frail bodies also got hurt.
He got hurt. Oh, no.
The thing with Alan Hearns, too, is 7 targets.
Yep. 1
reception for 12 yards, and the 1 reception was a touchdown. And then he got hurt diving into the end zone.
Yeah, I think Allen Robinson is... I think, personally, the coach is killing them. The entire coach staff is killing them.
Yeah.
And they gave 28 points to the Bills, who suck. They suck, right?
Yeah, they're better than the Jaguars, though.
Yeah. Not talent-wise.
Yeah, not talent-wise.
Actually, they probably do have the best player out of... LaShawn McCoy is the best player out of...
Oh, yeah.
He's up.
Oh,
he's damn good.
Combined offenses, yeah.
LaShawn McCoy... God
fucking
damn.
Scares the living shit out of me.
Good thing you don't see me.
My boss is a
Bills fan.
I'm going there tonight. He's a massive Bills fan. Yep. He loves Shady McCoy. I love Shady McCoy.
Yeah, I cannot deny.
You can't help but love Shady McCoy.
You can't deny.
He's such an elite talent.
Yep.
That you can't hate him. He scares the shit out of me every time he faces the Patriots.
It's a good thing we're not seeing him anymore, huh?
I'm done with that.
Because you want to know why? Bills never make the playoffs.
I think we face them one more time, don't we? Whatever.
No, we already faced them twice.
Oh, yes.
16 nothing at home, and then we played the Buffalo, kicked their ass. San Francisco, and he didn't even play in the second game. San Francisco and Miami.
He's nearing 1,000 yards too. He's already got 9 touchdowns.
Yep. San Francisco and Miami. Miami has won their 6th straight game.
Yep.
Good for them. 31-24 over the pitiful.
Like we said a few weeks ago that this team's not gonna make the playoffs. I've changed my tune on the Dolphins. Big time.
I don't think they're making the playoffs. Though.
I think they're the second wild card team right now.
Right now, yes, but I don't think they're. I don't think it's sustainable. I don't take a look at their facing. They do have a tough schedule. They really do coming up. Yeah, not every single one of these games are winnable games for the Dolphins.
Baltimore, Arizona, New York, Buffalo, and then New England to finish the season.
Yeah, not really the toughest, not really the hardest schedule.
Nope.
But I can definitely see it losing.
Division matchups are always tough.
Okay.
Always tough. Those Jets and Bills game, the Jets against the Dolphins and the Bills against the Dolphins are going to be good games to watch.
Yep.
Because it's always close between the divisions. In the division matchup,
yep.
That's so competitive like the AFC East is.
Wait, what?
That's it.
Did you just put competitive in the AFC East in the same sentence? We all know who's winning it.
We all know who's winning it, but I'm saying
yep.
we all play each other tough.
Yeah, I know.
They're all close games.
I don't think personally the Dolphins can keep this up. They have to come back to earth.
They will come back to earth, but I think there's still a chance to make the playoffs.
I don't know. It's either going to be Oakland, Kansas City, or Denver. Those 3 teams are making that. Sorry. But anyway, good win for the Dolphins. Good win. They beat a team they eliminated a team out of the playoffs. They had a golf clap.
1-10.
1-10.
10 straight losses.
Yep.
A new franchise record.
Yep. Yeah. So
pitiful.
Pitiful. Yeah. No, they haven't really. I wouldn't say they really even beat anybody. Okay, maybe Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh lost Big Ben in the first quarter.
Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, New York, San Diego, LA, and then San Fran.
Not really much there.
They lost to Seattle, New England, Cincy, Tennessee, and that's it so far.
Yep. Good. Well, the Dolphins are in it. They're going to make it interesting. I don't think
they lost to all. They lost. Tennessee's a good team.
Yeah.
Tennessee's a good team. Cincinnati, nah. And New England and Seattle, yes, they're great teams.
Tennessee defeated the Bears, the pitiful Bears again. 27-21. Matt Barkley, 316 yards. 360. Bitch. Barkley 316 just said
Barkley 316 says I'm a mediocre quarterback.
I just got my ass kicked.
So, in an interesting note about Matt Barkley, those are his first 3 career touchdowns.
Remember when he was in USC, coming out?
Coming out of USC, he was projected to be the next face of the league, pretty much, the way they were hyping him up.
Oh, by the way, also my favorite thing is they did drop 3 touchdowns at the end zone.
Oh, yeah. They could have easily won this game.
Yep.
And
Jordan Howard, Kyler Meredith, and White.
Yep.
All drop touchdowns. Aw, too bad.
Marquez Wilson had a good game. Marquise Wilson, I have no idea to say that name. Marquise. I guess Marquise. Spelled weird.
Yep.
But this 2-9 Bears.
Terrible.
It's such a historic franchise. It's sad to see them, along with the 49ers. It's sad to see those teams be so shitty.
Sad. Yeah.
Because they were so great for so long.
Yep.
And now they're in that rebuilding stage where they're the worst.
Yeah, it's not really what we call a sound offense. If you really like defense, you're really gonna like this next one.
Oh my God, yes.
The Tampa Bay Bucks.
This was a painful game to watch.
Defeated the Seattle Seahawks 14-5. I didn't even know you can score 5.
That's a safety and field goal, right?
It's a safety and field goal, so no offensive touchdowns. Which we all knew Seattle was going to eventually come back
I didn't expect him to come back like this, though.
Yeah, no.
Russell Wilson was just dreadful.
Yep.
He had 151 yards, 2 picks, 17 of 33. He also led the fucking team in rushing.
Yep.
8 attempts for 80 yards.
Yeah, it's I consider it to be the worst loss Seattle's had.
Worst loss. I mean, if you're talking about crushing losses, the Super Bowl is definitely one of them.
Yeah, no.
But in terms of like that was a great game. Worst losses. This one ranks up there with when they were awful. In terms of like when they had like Julius Jones and all those crappy players.
Yep.
Way back in the mid 2000s.
Yep. So Mike Evans had 2 touchdowns against Richard Sherman. How's that for you? I mean, you call him the greatest corner in the league.
He's gonna, even if he's the greatest,
no Earl Thomas.
You're still.
No Earl Thomas.
He missed his first game for the first time in like 101 games or whatever.
Yep.
So it's his rookie season.
Yep.
He missed like 6 games in his rookie season. Even still, if you're the greatest corner in the league, you're still going to give up touchdowns to one of the best receivers in the league.
Yep.
No matter what.
I like to thank Mike Evans for another victory. Me and him both, actually.
Mike Evans over 1,000 yards to get 10 touchdowns.
Yep. It's good to see.
And I think this actually, Mike Evans this year without Vincent Jackson is better than he was last year because he dropped a lot of passes last year.
Yeah.
He led the league in drop passes last year, and this year he makes up for it. I figured, once VJax went down, I figured, he obviously would get a lot of the targets, but I didn't think he'd be as explosive as he's been.
73 receptions, 1,020 yards, 10 touchdowns.
He's insane. He's like,
yeah.
It's crazy too because he's doing it without Vincent Jackson. Usually, like Vincent Jackson gets like the big guy, like the number 1 corner, and he gets like a number 2, and he torches him. But he's doing it on number 1 corners, like Richard Sherman.
The Bucs have won 3 straight games. Can they?
Jameis Winston also, who has vastly improved the past 6-7 games.
Yep.
He's only thrown like 2 picks in that.
Can they? Can they bounce? Can they win the division, or can they get a playoff spot?
Maybe if they keep playing the way they're playing right now.
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay.
Because once they get going, I feel like that Atlanta's going to collapse, and they're not that far behind Atlanta. I think they're only a game, right?
I think they're either
because the Falcons are 7-4 and the Falcons are 7-4 and they're 6-5.
Yep. So they're a game
with that
back.
Win. So.
And I don't know what the divisional record is for both teams.
But they have a good shot to win that division.
They do.
I think Atlanta will falter. I mean, granted, they've been good all year, and they haven't had that moment where it's like, okay, they're going to collapse right now, like they did last year. But that division is very winnable.
Talk about a collapsible offense. The Raiders and Carolina. Oakland had a 19-point lead and almost choked it away. Almost.
Carolina stormed back and went ahead, didn't they?
They had a 24-7 lead. And then
they played lackadaisical defense.
As usual. Touchdown. So 32-32, we had to go to overtime. Where they got the field goal and they won. Big time field goal. Winner for Oakland, who have now won, or now 9-2 and are tied for the number 1 spot in the AFC.
Beautiful. Their defense is very beatable in terms of going deep or just downright winning. But it's a good football team. It's
really good offense.
Yeah.
But in terms of Carolina, they go in the opposite direction, and should Ron Rivera be fired?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that team's bad.
Yep. Jets and the Patriots. Jets had a 10-0 lead.
Yep. And this was just a bad game by the Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom threw the ball 50 fucking times.
Well, they were down 10-0 since.
286 yards and 2 touchdowns. He looked bad in this game.
Yep. And guess what? He tried to be an offensive lineman. He's not good at that. He's block.
Nothing for Blunt. Blunt got nothing on 67 yards rushing.
He that 23-yard run that came at the end of the game after Chris Long got the forced fumble on Ryan Fitzpatrick. In fact, when the Jets were up 10-0, I said this to myself. I have full confidence. Not that the Patriots will win it, but that Ryan Fitzpatrick will fuck up somewhere.
Yeah, he did.
And he did.
And I could say wholeheartedly, this will be the coming up party for Malcolm Mitchell.
Yep.
In terms of being Brady's number 1 target, because towards the end of that game, he was going a lot to Mitchell.
Yep.
And Malcolm caught 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yep.
One of them was pretty impressive in the back of the end zone.
Yep. He could have had 4, by the way. Could have had 4.
Yep. It's
gotta catch it. It's in your hands.
Still though, too, he still had it's definitely his best game as a pro.
Big news coming out of this is Rob Gronkowski is injured again.
I don't know what's going on with Rob, but
He's got a bad back.
It's that back again.
Yeah, he's always
going all the way back to his junior season in college. He missed his senior season in Arizona because of back surgery.
Did you
it's
hear?
Plagued him through a year, and then it's just.
Did you hear Bart Scott?
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
On a DA show.
I don't believe it for a second.
He joined the mothership.
Like that fucking idiot would know.
Chris, he went on the mothership and apparently got probed by aliens. The DA show.
Well, Julian Edelman did have a good game though. 8 receptions for 83 yards. Have 11 targets.
Yeah, well, the Patriots won. They got rushed early, and they got.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yep.
You could see that defense was
mammoth offensive line, defensive line.
Sorry. That defensive line definitely got a little bit gassed towards the end of the game because they were going so hard at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
That by the end we were just allowed to run and throw on them.
I thought that was cost them. I think they didn't blitz enough at the end.
They didn't. Because they used all their blitz at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Granted, the Jets were up 10-0.
Yep.
But then Tom Brady, the real Tom Brady, showed up.
Brady showed up 3 for 10, and then we had.
Couldn't get Newton just raped us.
Yeah.
109 and a touchdown. Was it did he burn Eric Rowe for that touchdown?
Yes.
Yes, it was Eric Rowe.
It's whoever it was.
Nothing you cannot stop Brandon Marshall in the red zone when you have Malcolm Butler on him. It's just that was a size matchup.
Yeah, that's
6 for 4 against 5'11".
Yeah.
I would have at least gone with a McCourty or someone who's at least because McCourty's like 6'1".
Yep.
So you go with McCourty. There's a bit of a size difference, but at least he's closer in height
than Butler is. But good win for the Pats to beat the Jets, who always play themselves. I'm gonna play this we lost to a bull.
And again, to my point, exactly, a close divisional game. Very good football game.
You know what they tell me is I heard this was they almost lost to a 3-8 team. I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? The Jets always play you tough.
Yeah.
You also
the Division 2 itself.
But you also lost to a team that went 5-11. By the way, I want to point that out too. They lost to the Jets when they went 5-11 at the Jets. So that's pointing out for that. Then we had a great Sunday night matchup.
Yep.
Chiefs Broncos. Where
what a weird game this was.
It started out very
strange with the Justin Houston with the strip sack for a safety, and then Tyreek Hill returned the punt on the ensuing punt off. I'm going to call it for a touchdown.
Yep.
So it was 9-0 to start the game.
Yep. The score in the halftime was 9-3. The final score is 30-27.
The offense showed up in the second half.
Yep. Touchdown. Someone left Emmanuel Sanders wide open. Twice. He burned him twice. Yep. What a touchdown though for Hill.
Oh man.
Oh my God. It's like lucky for him he juggled the ball. What does they catch? What does they catch? What is not a catch? They benefit from what is a catch.
What is a catch exactly?
Yep. So they tie the game.
It's not even close in terms of targets.
They tie the game. McManus misses a 61-yarder. And it's not even close either.
Yeah.
And then
McManus is no Matt Breida.
No. And then what's his name? Santos. Carlos Santos.
Cairo Santos. Steven Stamkos.
Steven Stamkos came onto the field with his broken leg. And he kicked the field goal. In fact, he probably would have made it.
Yep.
He actually would have been right in the middle.
Cairo Santos, he almost missed it, hit up the upright, bounced in.
I've never seen that happen.
With 0 seconds left on the clock.
So this almost ended in a tie.
Yep.
Again.
And this game was, just looking at these statistics now, it wasn't even close. Albert Wilson had 6 targets. He was third to Tyreek Hill with 10, and Travis Kelce with 15 targets.
Well, he's the only one they have now because Jerry Macklin's hurt. Did you ever remember Jerry Malcut? I did. I forgot he existed, actually.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Justin Houston. What a fucking game.
3 sacks.
10 tackles, 3 sacks, a forced fumble that resulted in a safety. Oh, my God.
Von Miller was even better.
Tom Lee was. I mean, they desperately needed Houston back.
Yep.
And he's that energy.
He's the best player.
He's the best defensive player. Next to Marcus Peters.
Von Miller, 3 sacks. All of them came where? In the fourth quarter. Where it mattered most. Even though the team ultimately lost.
Yeah.
I think he had a better game. Alright,
so they literally had the same stat besides Von Miller.
Yep.
Von Miller, 1 less tackle.
Yep.
So pretty even game between
them. Good
them.
to see Kansas City win a game in Denver.
Tough place to win there.
Kind of teetering. And good to see they have the defense back.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know,
they need Houston back badly.
Yep. Green Bay trying to end their 4-game winning streak at Philadelphia. And they
trying to end their 4-game win streak?
Losing streak. Trying to end their 4-game losing streak.
Steven Stamkos 4-game win streak.
I'm going to roll today, people. And they did. They proceeded to beat the fuck out of the Eagles.
Oh, God. What a bad fucking football team the Eagles are.
Devontae Adams with a nice... Oh, I already knew that already, but...
I said the way that the Eagles fans are talking like they won the fucking Super Bowl already. But Aaron Rodgers definitely had a great game. He injured his hamstring in this game, but came back. Still torched him.
Yeah, I heard he I already tore on the shitter.
Yeah, he went to a tent on the sidelines, dropped his drawers, and got his hamstring taped up.
Let's see here.
What a pickup that Christine Michael is. One attempt for 4 yards.
Aaron Rodgers, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks. I was like, well, do you think Aaron Rodgers is back? It's like, where'd he go? He wasn't the problem. Aaron Rodgers was not the problem with that team. The
defensive line is the problem too.
Defense,
offensive. Did no one.
Yep.
Defensively, because they all hurt.
Clay Matthews finally came back.
Ramirez Randall came back too for this game.
Because the Packers win, and now they can hopefully. They're trying to hopefully they can win out. Hopefully for your brother there that they win. He's hoping.
He's already lost all hope on this team for the 50 millionth time.
Gotcha.
He already counted them up last year too when Jordan Nelson got hurt. Tore his ACL in that one of those. That was one of the last preseason games.
No, it was in practice.
He said then that they weren't going to make the playoffs, and then this year, after one game, he said they weren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, my favorite one. Ready? Practice. We ain't talking about game. We're talking about practice. Okay, so now time for week 13. Okay, Dallas, Minnesota.
Should be a good game.
Yep.
Finally. And this is probably going to be the best game on Thursday night, and news coming out of these Thursday night games is the NFL's looking at whether they want to keep it or not.
Please get rid of it.
I like Thursday night football. Honestly.
I don't. The games
put better matchups on.
No,
people will watch it.
I know, but the games still suck either way. Like beginning of the season, Houston and
at the beginning of the season, the Ravens and the Browns. What they think was going to be? What they think the rating is going to be?
They're all division matchups, and quite frankly, no. Get rid of it entirely. Keep it to Sunday, Monday, and then when Thanksgiving comes around, it's special on Thursday. Damn it. That's what I want.
Thursday night games. I'm against getting rid of it. I personally like it. It gives me something to do on Thursday.
I'm also against doing the commercials, like kickoff commercial.
They get rid of that.
Yeah,
they need to get rid of that. Kickoff commercial.
Anyway, I think the Vikings win this one.
And they have to get the commercials in. They can't not.
Anyway, I think the Vikings win this one. Dallas has to lose somewhere, so I've got to pick this one.
Complete opposite. I'm fucking sold on this Dallas Cowboys team. I love them too much.
Yep. All right, going in. Here we go. Detroit and New Orleans.
I'm gonna go New Orleans on this one.
I'm gonna take the Lions. They're gonna have this momentum train going. I'm picking Detroit.
I feel like this is gonna be a good win for them.
Miami and Baltimore. I think Miami's winning streak ends here. I'm picking the Ravens at home.
Miami.
New England.
No, you don't have to think about that
They're
twice.
facing the Rams. They're 13.5-point favorites. Denver and Jacksonville. I'm going to take Denver to win, to bounce back after that.
I'm going to take Denver. Fucking pains me in every way, shape, or form to pick that fucking team over.
Wow, what a matchup we have here. San Francisco and Chicago.
What team has the better defense? I'm going to pick that team.
Well, that would be Chicago.
Essentially.
Because I know that I think the Niners are still last. I think. There'd be other team comparisons.
If I fucking get out of my ass, it'd be nice. Oh yeah.
I think they're dead last though.
San Fran is dead last. They're 15th against the pass, 32nd against the rush, and I'm going to pick the fucking Chicago Bears to win this game.
I'm picking the Bears.
11th against the 11th
I'm not
overall,
confident in my pick.
12th against the pass, and 18th against the rush. I mean, that's not a pitiful defense, but it's not.
Whoever loses this game is Jeff.
The better of the two, obviously.
Ready?
11th ranked defense isn't terrible. I mean,
yep. Ready? Whoever loses this game is getting Deshaun Watson. So this game might be tanking. Tank mode. Tank.
Taking the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears.
At least for Chicago, they have weapons.
Yep. Actually, no. Jordan Howard.
No
Zach
no Miller, but Wilson showed up, and once Jeffrey comes back, I mean they have the better weapons.
I know, but I wish it's gonna be a tankathon.
Oh
yeah. Houston, damn.
Houston the sneezes.
Yeah, that's what I think about their Packers. I sneeze in their general direction.
Houston, Green Bay.
I'm gonna take Green Bay at home.
I take Green Bay at home too, but I think Houston sucks. Donkey dick.
Philadelphia going to Cincinnati. I will take
Philly.
Oh, that's tough.
Honestly, because I think Cincinnati's on a downward turn.
I'm going to take the Eagles as well. I'm going to take... Alright, so Kansas City... This one should be good. Kansas City at Atlanta.
I'm going to take Kansas City because I feel like Atlanta's going to start choking now.
I'm going to take Atlanta at home. I can't really pick against them at home. Buffalo and Oakland. I'm going to take Oakland at home against the Bills, even though I do like the Bills. Tampa at San Diego. High-flying matchup.
I'm going to say Tampa. And I'm going to take Tampa in this one because of the fact that they've been showing up recently and they just had a great game against the Seahawks.
Yes. I'm going to take the Chargers in a shootout only because I think they're on such a high after beating the Seahawks. Yeah. Washington and Arizona.
I'm going to take Washington. I can't break the Cardinals anymore.
I'm going to take the Skins. This one should be interesting. Very high scoring. Two of the best receivers in the game. Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown.
Arguably the two best in the league.
Yep. Giants in Pittsburgh. Let me take...
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Steelers at home, yeah.
Steelers at home. One, they have the better quarterback.
Yep.
And I think they do... It's tough, but I think they do have the better wide receiver out of the two.
Yeah. Carolina and Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle. Then we have... Oh, God. What am I...
Oh, my God. No one's going to watch this game.
Indianapolis and the Jets.
I'm going to take the Jets because I don't think the Colts have a chance on this game. But
if Andrew Luck plays, I will pick the Colts. If he doesn't, I will pick the Jets.
It's going to be a toss-up for you.
Exactly. So when the injury report comes out, if Andrew Luck is playing, I'm going to take the Colts because I think he'll just shred their arenas.
Yeah, it's.
Actually, no.
The front is too tough for me to pass up.
No. Either way, actually, no, try that. Either way, I'm picking the Colts because fuck the Jets.
Anyway. I hate them a lot too. But yeah.
All right, log back on.
So,
Fantasy 4. That's what we got to do next.
Want to do the fantasy thing this week too?
Yep. All right, check. Keep fucking this up. Jake.
I went. No, you went last week, right? First.
Yeah.
So I'll go this week. Okay. Last week 2 weeks ago, but quarterback. Let's see here.
Not a lot of good quarterback matchups.
Damn. Seahawks. Not Seahawks. Why the fuck would I say that?
Seahawks.
The Seahawks. They're gonna win it.
Woo!
They're gonna win the fantasy. I have no idea.
Got no clue.
I'm gonna say Russell Wilson against Carolina because it's a pitiful defense.
I'm gonna take Drew Brees in the New Orleans against Detroit running back.
No hesitation, Zeke Elliott, Minnesota. He's tough to stop.
Yep. I'm gonna take Jordan Howard against the Niners. All right. Wide receiver / tight end.
I think because he's tough to stop, regardless of what team he faces. But I'm going to go Antonio Brown against the Giants.
I'll go opposite of you. I will pick Odell Beckham Jr. So we'll see who has the better day.
Exactly.
Yep. Defense. Who's got the best defensive matchup this week?
Because, again, fucking pains me. Because he likes to throw picks, I'm going to go Denver against Jacksonville.
I gotta pick that one. Now I gotta scramble for another one. I was hoping on that one. Oh, God. Who am I going to take? I'm going to take Philly against Dalton and be greenless. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Football reporters, get up and do the shit.
Yeah, we got plugs too.
Oh,
We got to do some hair plugs.
Joe Buck.
Watch Wrestling Fortune 44, the Aftershock Corner, and every other series that we have that's on there. Retro Wrestling Review Series, which will be live in a combination with the Aftershock Corner on Friday on YouTube.
He'll be on it. I won't.
At approximately 1:45 to 2 o'clock. So tune in. I'll be on it. He won't. But yeah, subscribe to both John Tuddy and this channel.
Yes.
Which is the Football Reporters. And
2:30.
Wrestling Fortune 44. Please, he needs more subscribers.
Yep.
Because that means we'll get noticed.
We'll get noticed someday.
We'll get noticed.
Oh, and by the way, we have one more plug for. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm not plugging this channel. Enjoy your football, everybody.